Welcome back to the channel. This is my what's in the bag video for 2025 into 2026. If you watched any of the videos I posted before, I recently got fit for the new Gen 4 T150s from Titleist. Now I have a whole Titleist bag, full Titleist bag from top to bottom. And I even got fit for a new Scotty Cameron studio line. You got to check that video out too. That's in the links below. I'm going to start off with my wedges. I have SM10 Vokey wedges. I like to use a 60, 56, and 50. I used to use a 52. Wasn't getting enough distance. Plus, with my gap wedge and a lot of my wedges, I like to do abbreviated swing, so I don't go all out. 50 is perfect to flight the ball down a little bit, especially out here in Texas. Now, if anyone were to look at my bag, I have 1,000 wedges in here. I was going through the yips a little bit before. I was trying to figure out what bounces I wanted to have. So I typically go between a few different bounces. I have a 60 degree in the T grind. It's a 4-degree bounce wedge. So it's shaved off a lot. It's great for tight lies. It's about to be wintertime here in Texas, so a lot of the grass goes dormant. Off those tight lies, you want something with lower bounce. So I have a 4-degree T grind for my 60. I like having a couple different wedges to use with different bounces, mainly because if I'm traveling, playing back home in Florida, I'm going to any other part of Texas where there's different grass, different types of variables. I like to have a wedge that I know can get me up and down more often than not. I have a 56-degree D grind. It's 12 degrees. I love the D grind. Typically, I'll have my 56-degree wedge have more bounce than my 60. Gives me two options, no matter what type of combo I have in the bag. And I have my 50-degree F grind at 12 degrees of bounce for my full swing shots. Typically, for your gap wedge, you want to have that play more like a full swing club. You're always playing it from the fairway for the most part, maybe around the green a little bit. So I like the full grind. There's not a lot of relief off the toe and heel because I'm using this mainly with full swings from the fairway. So what I typically do is I have all of my wedges bent flat. I'm playing with like a 5-degree flat wedge, mainly because I like to keep my hands up high when I'm playing around the green. And I don't have to feel like I need to do that as much. If I had a standard lie, I'd have to push my hands way forward or really high, and I don't like that. So I like to have my wedges a little more flat. It's a little more playable for me around the green. Next, moving into my iron set. So like I said, I did get fit for the new T150s, and they're awesome. They don't look new T150s. They look really clean from top to bottom, from your 2-iron all the way down to your pitching wedge. They look a little bit cleaner than last year's or last generation's model. Mainly what I've noticed here is that my off-center shots are a lot straighter. They're a lot more forgiving. I went with the T150s because I don't play as much anymore. I would love to play blades again. But being that I'm not playing every day like I used to, I want something that gives me a little bit of forgiveness, but I still don't give up distance. I have my T150s at a standard length and 1 degree flat for the most part. Actually graduates to about maybe half a degree or neutral by the time I get to my 3-iron, which is a T250. I'll show you that next. But what's interesting about these T150s is that they have extra tungsten weighting on the toe and the heel in each one of these club heads that allows the club face to be a little more square through the turf longer. So your miss hits off the heel and the toe are going to be a lot better. You get a lot more distance out of those. And I got these bent back a degree weak because these typically come in a little bit of a stronger loft, meaning I would hit the ball a lot further if I just kept them at a standard loft. So we got these a little bit more weak so I can get the ball up high, get the right spin angle. I do have the full fitting video below. Check that out. Now, as I move up through my bag, I do go from pitching wedge all the way to my 4-iron in my T150. I do like the standard pitching wedge that they give me. I like getting a little bit more momentum, a little bit more oomph behind the shot when I'm hitting my pitching wedge. Gets to the dirt really nice. I like to hit down on it, so it's got some good bounce. My irons are X100s, dynamic gold. I used to have Project X LZs 6.5. I was just getting too much spin with them. I've always liked dynamic gold shafts. I don't know what it is. It's a little more, I don't know. I like the feel of it. And if you play a lot, and some of you probably understand this, there's a big difference between an extra stiff shaft or a regular shaft or a stiff shaft in different brands. Comment below what kind of shafts you like to use and what's your setup. Do you play Titleist? If you do, that'd be pretty cool. Now, when I go into my longer iron, it's my driving iron. I have a 3-iron in the T250U. It is the new utility iron that they just came out with. It is awesome. It's a beast, especially with this Tour AD VF Hybrid 95X shaft. Now, it's an extra stiff shaft, 95 grams, and this is the same Tour AD shaft that I have in my driver, and I love it. So we're going up into the rest of our bag here. I forfeited the utility hybrid for my utility iron. Going through the bag though, I do have a 3-wood. I have the new GT3 3-wood. Now I tested out both the Tour VF that I have in my driver and other shafts, and we settled on the Project X hazardous. It's a black hazardous, 6.5 extra stiff, low spinning, 70-gram shaft. This is the optimized carbon shaft. So it's awesome. It's amazing. It's one of the newer Project X's they just came out with. I have this at the standard 15-degree setting. I don't have it open or closed. I haven't messed around with it too much. Honestly, I don't hit the 3-wood a lot. I don't play long enough courses, I guess. But when I do, I bomb this thing. It's amazing. Anyway, love the old school look of these Titleist heads. Now, something else that I like to play with every now and then is I'll mess around with the 280D. So that is the Titleist mini driver they just came out with. Their first mini driver ever, the GT280. So I have this mini driver in the bag. It's at 13 degrees. I have it set to a 12-degree setting. I have all of the weight moved to the front to keep it really low. This thing is a missile. It just stays low under the wind. Anyway, I have a Tensei black shaft in there. This is the K1 carbon. It's 75 grams. It's the X Flex. It just goes really far. I like it. It's slightly smaller than a regular GT3 head that I have in my driver. I can hit off the deck really well. If I'm playing a long course, this would be something I'd play instead of my 3-wood. Here's my driver. Love the head cover, by the way. Thank you, Titleist. 9-degree GT3. This thing, it just goes far. It's a beast. I have it set at the standard setting, A1. 9 degrees. I put all the weight up front as well to keep it really low spinning. I have the Tour VF 7X in here, graphite design. I tested this out against the Autoflex. I tested this out against some of my old shafts I used to use when I played professionally. This still tested out better than all the other shafts. Lastly, we're going to talk about putter. So I just got fit for the new Scotty Cameron Studio line. I actually have my The Country Club head cover from when I did my video with Eric Anders Lang when he did a breaking 90 at the Country Club for the US Open. Read it, roll it, hole it. That's what it says. It's pretty cool. Little chipmunk. Anyway, new Titleist Scotty Cameron putter. I've never used a Scotty Cameron before. I mean, I've rolled them before, but I've always liked my old putter. Just got fit recently with Bobby Dean over at Barton Creek Fitting Studio. He's one of the best. Anyway, he customized my putter out. Go check the video. If you haven't gotten fit for a Scotty Cameron or haven't got a private putter fitting, check out the video. It's gonna be really cool. It's eye-opening. Anyway, what we did is we actually added some extra weights in the handle. So I back weighted it, counterweighted it, got about 60 or 80 grams of weighting up in the handle to help me with my lag putts. I feel like I'm putting better than ever. You notice that I was aiming about 5 inches outside the hole from 6 feet and in with my other putter. With this, dead on. So check out the video. It's pretty cool. Love this thing. Some extra stuff that I have in my bag is, and I never leave home without it, is this old school Momentous Golf driver. I like using weighted things to swing to try to get my swing speed up. I think it's always good to hit something. I think it's always good to swing something that you can actually hit a golf ball with, and that's what you can do with the power hitter. It's 275 grams. It's a hittable weighted driver, and I bought it, and I love it. I swing this in the backyard. I'll even play some holes with this. It's a really whippy shaft, so it makes you really work on your tempo. Golf ball, sure. So currently, I am gaming the Titleist Pro V1 Left Dot. It's one of their hottest golf balls, probably one of their furthest golf balls they've made. Really soft around the green. I love how it responds to a lot of these wedge shots, especially these little tight nippers that we have to hit sometimes around here in Texas. Love the left dot. I used to use the left dash as well. Just wasn't as responsive for me, at least around the green. It went far. But I feel like this one goes further. So I'm trying to hold on to these as long as I can. When I'm not playing these, I just play the typical Pro V1. You have to have alignment sticks. I got a Titleist alignment stick. I used to have 2. 1 broke. I teach a lot, so they break pretty often. One of my buddies, Hari, came down, forgot his Champions Gate Golf Club alignment stick. Shout out Champions Gate Golf Club back in Orlando. Awesome golf course. If you're in the area, got to play it. 2 alignment sticks. It's what we use to teach with and what I use to train with. What else? I got some other things here. Let's check it out. I I do this. I like to keep all my golf gloves neat. So I got a little golf glove organizer. Something else I like to use when I'm practicing is a chalk line. And this is one of my buddy's companies called Tourline. Christian Evans, thank you very much for this. He was on the Big Break back in the day, and we played golf together and practiced together back in Orlando. And he just came out with a book. So check it out, Tourline. Anyway, it's an awesome chalk line, bright red, love the color red, and I like to draw lines on the putting green and work on my start line. It's a really good training aid, really good visually to kind of see that, kind of embed that in your mind's eye. So a lot of times when I'd travel and play tournaments, I'd use the Perfect Putter. I have the Perfect Putter set up here with the gates and all, and they give you a bunch of progressively, different size gates. They go progressively smaller, so you can put the ball through the gates, check your line, check your break. Thing's amazing, especially if you're trying to read breaks and work on different types of slopes. It's really good. Usually I'll bring some green powder. I'll usually bring some electrolytes with me too. Love the BPN nutrition supplements. Usually have some of that on me. Something else that I'll use when I'm training, when I'm playing 9 holes around a golf, I'll bring out the shot scope. It's a shot tracker that has an app. Pretty much you just clip this to your belt loop, and I have all of the trackers on the back or on the butt end of every club that I have, and I'll track every shot. If it went left, if it went right, if it missed the green, how far it went. It gives me all of these stats is what I meant to say. So it gives me a lot of stats. I get to see my strokes gained. I get to figure out what part of the game I got to work on. Tracks all the putts. It's awesome. So if you're looking to keep track of your stats, which is something every golfer should be doing, especially if you're getting serious and getting into the game. Even if you're a beginner trying to get to the next level, it's really smart to track your stats. This is something that helps me do that every day. Typically students that are with us for a long period of time and are invested in the betterment of their game, we'll buy one of these for them and we'll track their stats and we'll follow them along month to month and kind of see what they need to start working on, and we'll create our game plans based on what we see from all the data from the shot scope. So it's really good. For the most part, you get to see my whole Titleist sponsored bag. Got a pretty cool staff bag here with them as well. Got a walking bag from them. I really love the golf clubs, and comment below what you guys use and if there's anything you'd like to see from any of these golf clubs that we have.